No, I think we have to confine ourselves to this issue.
No, but
you raised a very important issue, Arnab, about corporate lobbying. About corporate lobbying. I think, but you're coming to that. Okay,
no, go on. You make the point. You make the point. I'll come to Suhel later. Suhel, I'm coming to you.
I think in a democracy, all of...
No, one sec. Let Mohandas complete his point.
In a democracy,
all right.
Yeah. Arnab, in a democracy, all of us have a right to represent a government about the need for policy. We have a right to form an association and represent. But none of us have the right to form an association or do something to change governments or to influence government appointments. So if the corporates overstep the ground, and I think something needs to be done.
Exactly.
An expose is required. The corporates to stick to what they have to do. They can represent, but they should not do anything illegal or try to influence government, government formation, paying money or whatever it is.
Yeah, if you violated that, and I'll say it on record today, if a journalist is today trying to influence a ministerial formation, or if a corporate is trying to do the same thing, it's not... Neera Radia apparently broke the rules, Suhel. That's why you can't apply the same rules there. You have to look at what a person is doing.
I admire... Now may I start?
Okay, Suhel wants to respond after Suhel. Yeah, Suhel.
I mean, although I would offer the lady a chance, but I will never otherwise get to speak. So let me start and finish. While I accept Mohandas Pai as the great reconciler of the human faith and the arbiter of natural morality, the logic is fairly transparent, which I said in my opening remarks. My opening remarks were very clear. If privacy is tarnished or invaded, we must distinguish between privacy, which is of a private nature, and privacy which impacts national welfare / security. On that, I have no truck. So if someone has broken the law, go ahead. But don't make these tapes into a soap opera where you have already judged or prejudged people. And that's exactly what the Supreme Court said.
People are not
so while the Supreme Court 2 judges may not be as wise as Mohandas Pai, that's exactly the point. It's not about corporate India.
It is not gossip. These are issues affecting governance, law and the nation.
Brethren.
This is not gossip.
Of course. You aren't the only person who's concerned about India. I mean, everyone is. We are as nationalistic. The point I'm making is, unless you have proven the breach of law, breach of propriety, as you mentioned in the case of a journalist or two, then there is an issue. So what is the solution? The solution is have laws which are transparent. I mean, we are not the only corrupt country in the world.
Okay, now...
I mean, everywhere else there's corruption, but there's a mechanism of tracking corruption and doing it effectively. Deepak Parekh said that you can't be tapping phones for 2 years.
You know...
I mean, then you'd be really silly and doing nothing else.
No,
so the fact is, private conversations are exactly that, private.
I get a sense of hurt and worry among corporates tonight.
Not hurt.
Natrajan, yes.
Not hurt. Not hurt. It's amusement.
No, it's not amusement. People are not amused about Neera Radia tapes. People are concerned, Suhel, and so are you.
People are amused at where it will end. People are amused. The Prime Minister was right. Where will all this end?
I think people are also
shocked. Are we coming towards a country which will course correct?
No, people are also shocked.
Or are we coming to a country which will... Of course they're shocked.
People are shocked.
I mean, you're shocked with anything in this country. Yeah.
No, they had to be shocked. And people may not walk the corridors of power, but they have a right to be shocked. Jayanti Natrajan, yes, please carry on.
Of course.
Yes.
What's your point to Prakash Javadekar?
Say, Mr. Prakash Javadekar said that why is the Prime Minister talking about how it got leaked? These are the people who were stalling Parliament again a few months ago, saying, the tapping, how did you allow this tapping? The point really is, what the Prime Minister said, nobody could have taken offense to. He said tapping should be done very carefully, only in interests of national security and individual privacy. I mean, this is an unexceptionable statement. You should strengthen the monitoring systems. Here, and the other issue that I would like to point out to Mr. Javadekar straight away and get it out of the way, if at all anybody should be worried, what Mr. Advani said was with great respect, completely wrong. It's got nothing to do with this issue. The only thing that the lobbyist conversation, the Neera Radia tapes revealed was debate fixing by the BJP. Not by any cabinet formation.
Prakash
Javadekar, I think Mr. Javadekar needs to say, no, and I have not completed. I want to raise a larger issue. The larger issue I want to raise is I think the media needs to... No, I think the media needs to... No, it's not you, Prakash. I want to make a larger issue. It's not about you. The media also needs to speculate, needs to introspect upon how can you just throw something into the... I suggest and I'm being devil's advocate. I suggest that Outlook has just thrown a whole lot of salacious conversations into the public domain just to increase their readership. Of what interest is it?
Jayanti Natrajan, Jayanti Natrajan, let me tell you. No, Jayanti Natrajan, I see today at least some side of politicians and some corporates, especially Suhel, I'll be direct with you, you know, there's a sense of violation and worry. You should say today that intelligence.
Why
is I see the sense.
Why is Outlook putting it in, if not to increase their TRP?
Well, let me say.
If not to increase their TRP,
let me remind you of the rules.
Arnab,
no, the country is governed by rules.
Can you stop being a communist?
No, 1 second.
Can you for once stop being a
communist? You don't trivialize it.
Can you have a solution? Can you have a solution to the problem? I agree there's a problem. What is the solution?
Suhel, I have 1 second. I just want to respond to Suhel once. 1 second. Suhel, I am not, 1 second. Suhel, I am not here to offer solutions. I am here to offer I am here to ask the direct questions. And if there is a sense of hurt or amusement that people say, let me assure you, Suhel, that the people of this country are not amused at the way in which the power circles were operating, which has been exposed in these tapes. They are not amused, they are shocked and they are outraged. Prakash Javadekar, you have a right to respond now to Jayanti Natrajan. Go on.
Yes, I said that people are outraged, and let me tell Jayanti, Prime Minister issuing sermons to whom? It is his own government, which is tapping, which is leaking, and where the lobbyists are doing so much lobbying, and which has shocked the nation. So he is answerable for that.
They can gossip.
And he has no control.
How is he responsible for gossip?
He has no control. Yeah, it
How
is
was he
not gossip.
responsible for Neera Radia's gossip?
No, it is not the gossip. No, it is not gossip.
How is
Everybody,
nothing more?
big names of corporate. And it is not the brand of India which is being damaged, because in CWG, what happened was, we were on Transparency International chart at 84th. We went down to 87th position after the CWG by organizing such a worst kind of corruption tainted CWG.
Thanks to Bangaru Lakshman Tehelkar.
Don't digress.
You made
Arnab.
Don't digress. Don't digress. I am not going to let this digress. I just want to tell you, Jayanti Natrajan, that in the affidavit filed last week, the government, and not some scurrilous media, the government of India told the court, it's not gossip, government of India told the court they had begun tapping Radia's telephone on a complaint that she had built up a certain business empire in a short span, and there were certain activities which were referred to. This is the government affidavit. So it was not some intelligence officer saying, oh, let's listen to some gossip going on.
No.
There was a genuine, serious
Hear me out.
charge which was being investigated seriously by the government. How it leaked in the public domain is a matter the government can investigate.
I was responding to the issue raised about Mr. Advani's reported statement that this had something to do with government formation, to which I said, we are not responsible for any gossip that Neera Radia, and there's no proof. If at all she's talking. So the issue of why she was tapped and how it came into the public domain, how it was leaked, in other words, not to put too fine a point on it, is something which is a subject matter of inquiry by the Prime Minister's
Mohandas
office.
has not spoken for a long time. Suhel, I'm coming to you. I'm just one point. I don't think the Intelligence Bureau, the Director of Revenue Intelligence, ED, Narcotics Control, Economic Intelligence Unit, DG Investigation, Income Tax, and the Delhi Police want to listen to gossip. I don't think they're interested in gossip.
So you'd be surprised.
No, I don't know. So let's not trivialize it. I think we have some of the finest officers working there, and I don't think they are there to listen to Neera Radia or anyone's gossip. So there is a serious case that was built up there. Mohandas Pai, before I come to you, Suhel, again. Yes, Mohandas Pai, you haven't spoken, you've listened on to this debate. What are you making of it?
No, I think this whole tape issue has exposed the fact that lobbying has crossed certain limits. I think there should be a line beyond which lobbying should not go. And it's time for the government of India to come out with some laws and norms for lobbying, to govern lobbying, to get all the lobbyists registered and to create transparency and have a full disclosure about what they do, the kind of fees they receive, who is paying whom what, like it's done in America, and create a transparent system. Because the time has come, India's economy has grown up, and we need to have better laws and better transparency, and that will hopefully stop all of this. And it's also time for corporate India to introspect, looking at all the tapes, to see that, a part of maybe corporate India was looking at getting ministers of the choice or whatever it is.
True.
I mean, it is something that everybody needs to debate to make sure that people do not transgress the line and we create a very clean society.
Well,
I think what has happened in the expose in the content is very, very worrisome, and I think all of us need introspection at this point of time. And rather, even the media, I would say even the media, some of the media conversations about large-scale bribes being paid and knowledge of that, I mean, it shocks us. It shocks everybody, all citizens who read the tapes.
Well, absolutely. As someone who reads about it, I'm equally shocked, and as I'm sure everyone is. I think we all need to introspect, I don't want to take sides here tonight. I think what the Prime Minister has spoken about has only sparked a debate. But I'm glad we've had a good debate on this. Because I think if at the end of the day, democracy is strengthened. Suhel Seth, Jayanti Natrajan, Mohandas and Prakash Javadekar, 4 reasonable voices. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I want our viewers to decide tonight. Whether they think all these tapes and taps are making some people very, very nervous. Thank you so much for watching the News Hour tonight.